Good morning and welcome to Grim Survival. Shalom, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. I have been instructed to read the book. I've been instructed to read the book, and I figured I'd just do it live because it's easier. Yeah, why not? I don't expect many people to show up, but hey, if anybody does, that'll be fun. So, as I typically do, or have been doing lately, when I start a Bible reading, I have been quoting and reading the Shema. The Shema is found in Deuteronomy chapter 6, starting at verse 4. So, I will start with that, as usual. So, verse 4, Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our Elohim, Yahweh is one, and you shall love Yahweh your Elohim with all of your heart, with all of your being, and with all of your might. Amen. For those of you who are maybe new to this, I am not a preacher, I'm not a pastor, I'm just a dude reading the Bible, okay? That's how that works. And yeah. Oh, good morning and happy Thanksgiving. I am going to be reading from the scriptures. I left off at chapter 20, Genesis chapter 20, also known as Bereshit chapter 20, which is what it says in Hebrew. And as normal, I will be butchering Hebrew words throughout this reading. Yeah, I will try to, here, let me try to log in here so I can actually see comments. I forgot to do it. I know I usually have it on my computer, but where is it? Yeah, I'll have to mute my computer. This is going to be an interesting Bible reading. It really is. I've never done this live before, and yeah. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving to everyone showing up. I'm going to have a good turkey day. I'm going to have turkey. So I feel that we should have these readings and have a quick Bible reading to commemorate the lives of our fallen turkeys, because I don't know if you are, but today I'm going to be having a service for my lost turkey. My poor friend, the lost turkey. We need to have a service for him. You guys get it, right? Hope you guys get it. Yes, I agree. Rebecca, perfect day for the Bible reading. So I'm not sure how much of this I'm actually going to get through, because I do have things I have to be doing today. Then this is probably going to be quick. But anybody who's been following along, we left off at Genesis 20. Abraham had just ventured into yet another city and claimed Sarah to be his wife, or his sister, instead of his wife, and got the guy Abimelech in a lot of trouble for that from the father. So that was almost bad for Abimelech, but it all seemed to have worked out in the end, especially for Abraham, who got a lot of silver and livestock out of the deal. So yeah, that's an odd situation in my opinion in the book, but it happened, so there it is. All right, so I'm going to probably not pay much attention to the comments while I'm reading this, and I'm going to start at 21, verse 1. Hope I don't butcher this. I haven't been awake very long. Maybe I should have some coffee. I really haven't. I woke up late, slept in. So, yeah, here we go. And Yahweh visited Sarah as he had said, and Yahweh did for Sarah as he had spoken. If you remember, they had a covenant with the father that Sarah, being 90 to 100 years old, was going to conceive. So, 2. So Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the appointed time of which Elohim had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son who was born to him, whom Sarah bore to him, Isaac. It's actually spelled in Hebrew Yitzchak, but Isaac, so we'll just stick with that because it's a lot easier for me not to butcher. I got a hair on my contact. That's annoying. Yeah, I wear contacts, by the way. Yeah, that's really annoying. You're going to see me take my contacts out in the middle of the live stream. All right, verse 4. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as Elohim had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. And Sarah, Elohim had made laugh. I remember that. And everyone who hears of it laughs with me. And Sarah said, yeah. And she said, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. So time is really skipping forward here when they go from birth to weaning in 2 sentences. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Mitzrayite Egyptian, who she had borne to Abraham, mocking. So if you remember, Abraham had a previous son with his wife's servant. She was an Egyptian, also called a Mitzrayite in traditional Hebrew. So she said to Abraham, "Drive out this female servant and her son, for the son of this female servant shall not inherit with my son Isaac." She's kind of mean. I mean, just saying, that's kind of mean. I mean, that was her fault to begin with, if I remember correctly. And the matter was very evil in the eyes of Abraham because of his son. But Elohim said to Abraham, "Let it not be evil in your eyes because of the boy and because of your female servant. Whatever Sarah has said to you, listen to her voice, for Isaac your seed is called. And the son of the female servant I also make a nation, because he is your seed." And Abraham rose early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water, which he gave to Hagar, putting it on her shoulder, also the boy, and sent her away. So he packed him up a bug-out bag and said, "Be on your way." And she left and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water in the skin was used up, and she placed the boy under one of the shrubs. And she went and sat down by about a bow shot away. About a bow shot away. That's not too far. And she said, "Let me not see the death of the boy." And she sat opposite of him and lifted her voice and wept. A little sniffly. And Elohim heard the voice of the boy, and the messenger of Elohim called to Hagar from the heavens, and said to her, "What is the matter with you, Hagar? Do not fear, for Elohim has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Arise, lift up the boy, and hold him with your hand, for I make a great nation of him." And Elohim opened her eyes, and she saw the well of water. And she went and filled the skin with water, and gave the boy a drink. That must have been amazing. Just, it wasn't there, and then suddenly it was. Water. Yeah. Stockpile water if you haven't done so. Verse 20. And Elohim was with the boy, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him from the land of Mitzrayim, Egypt. Yeah. And it came to be that at the time of Abimelech and Pickle, it says Pickle, P-I-K-O-L, so Pickle. I'm bad with Hebrew words. The commander of the army, Pickle was the commander of the army, and he spoke to Abraham, saying, "Elohim is with you in all that you do. And now swear to me by Elohim not to be untrue to me, to my offspring, or to my descendants. Do to me according to the loving commitment that I have done to you, and to the land in which you have sojourned," or dwelt, I guess would be the other translation of that. And Abraham said, "I swear." And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of the well of water which Abimelech's servants had seized. And Abimelech said, "I do not know who has done this deed, neither did you inform me, nor did I hear until today." So Abraham took sheep, cattle, and gave them to Abimelech, and the two of them made a covenant. There are a lot of covenants made in this book. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech asked Abraham, "What are these 7 ewe lambs which you have set by themselves?" And he said, "Take these 7 ewe lambs from my hand to be my witnesses that I have dug this well." So he called that place Beersheba, because the two of them swore an oath there. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba, and Abimelech rose with Pickle, the commander of his army, and they returned to the land of the Philistines. And he planted a tamarisk tree, in Beersheba, and there called the name of Yahweh the everlasting El. And Abraham sojourned in the land of the Philistines many days. I'm getting better at reading this. I really am. I hope. Oh, I got comments. God bless all of you and your families as well, Sarah. Everyone in there. Thank you guys for listening. Look, we got 9 people in the chat. That's 9 more than I expected to show up. It really was. But I suppose Bible readings isn't everyone's thing to do on Thanksgiving Day morning. I will probably leave it off right there because, like I said, I do have things to do, and I have to leave here in about 20 minutes. I could probably do one more if you guys want me to go through one more chapter. It's earlier than I thought it was. It's only 10:21 here. So if anybody would like, let me know. I'll go ahead and get through 22 while I sip some coffee. Let's see. Do we have any comments here? So I hope everyone's having a good service today for their turkeys. The standing joke is, and I actually read this on a news report that's not supposed to be here, but there was a governor, I think, that was having a funeral service for their turkey. Okay, I will do one more here. Genesis 22. And it came to be after these events that Elohim tried Abraham and said to him, Abraham. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Take your son now, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, I guess, and offer him there as an ascending offering on one of the mountains which I command you. And Abraham rose early in the morning and saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son. And he split the wood for the ascending offering, and arose and went to the place in which Elohim had commanded him. And on the 3rd day Abraham lifted his eyes and saw the place from a distance. So Abraham said to his young men, Stay here with the donkey while the boy and I go over there and worship and come back to you. And Abraham took the wood of the ascending offering and laid it on Isaac his son. And he took the fire in his hand with a knife, and the 2 of them went together. That had to have been a tough thing to do. And Isaac spoke to Abraham his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, See the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the ascending offering? We know. And Abraham said, My son, Elohim does provide for himself the lamb for an ascending offering. And the 2 of them went together. And they came to the place which Elohim had commanded him, and Abraham had built a slaughter place there, and placed the wood in order. And he bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the slaughtering place upon the wood. And Abraham stretched out his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. But the messenger of Yahweh called to him from the heavens, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here I am. And he said, Do not lay your hand on the boy, nor touch him, for I know that you fear Elohim, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. And Abraham lifted his eyes and looked, and saw behind him a ram caught in the bush by its horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up for an ascending offering instead of his son. Could you imagine being instructed to do such a thing? I mean, that would be hard. And Abraham called the name of this place Yahweh Yireh, I would suppose is what that says, as it is said this day, on the mountain Yahweh provides. And the messenger of Yahweh called Abraham a second time from the heavens, and said, By myself I have sworn, declares Yahweh, because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, that I shall certainly bless you, and I shall certainly increase your seed as the stars of the heavens, and as the sand which is on the seashore, and let your seed possess the gate of their enemies. And in your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. Then Abraham returned to his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. And it came to be after these events that it was reported to Abraham, saying, See, Michal too has borne children to your brother Nahor. Utz, or Utz, his firstborn, and Buz, that's what it says, B-U-Z, his brother, and Quimael, the father of Aram, and Kasad, and Hazo, and Philidas, and Yipada, and yeah, I'm bad with these names, and Bethael, yeah, and Bethael brought forth Rebekah. These eight Milcah, or Milcah, Milkah, so it says Milcah, bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. And his concubine, whose name was Rehoboam, also bore Tabitha, or Tibba, and Graham. There was an easy one. And Tasha and Makala. Okay, I got through the names. Oh wow, that was the end of that. Oh, I'm bad with those names. I really am. Maybe I should learn Hebrew. Who thinks I should learn Hebrew? Probably. I probably should learn Hebrew. I'm using a Band-Aid for a bookmark. Happy Thanksgiving, Zook Valerie. Can I call you Valerie? I hope so. Ooh, I like that little green emblem from the coffee club members. Cheers. Thank you. I do have my King James over there, which has some of the names a little easier to read, but I don't really like the King James all that much. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm actually reading from the scriptures. This is a full Bible. It goes from, just like the King James, front to back, all the way through what is referred to in this one as the Old Covenant and the New Covenant, not the Testament. So, yeah. And yeah, it is about 10:30 my time, and I have probably about 20 minutes before I have to go, so I probably don't have time to get through anymore. But I will tell, I had a dream. I won't go into it in detail, but basically, I was instructed to read this book this morning. I was instructed to do so. Wasn't quite as drastic of an instruction as taking my only son to the top of a mountain with a blade. I just can't imagine that personally. I don't understand. I understand, but I don't know. I guess I don't know if I could do it, to be honest with you. I don't know if I could do it. I would know I would be instructed to do it, but I think I would be more like Jonah and trying to find me a whale to climb into, but I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. My only son to the top of the mountain as an offering. It would be really hard to do. My nose is a little runny. I guess I got the stuff I'm passing around. Better wear a mask. There is a lot to be thankful for today. A lot to be thankful. And once I have the gathering of people together, I'll probably record a quick video a little bit later. But yeah, there is a lot to be thankful. Thankful for my family. Thankful for all that he's done for me. Even the loss of my job, I am thankful for the loss of my job, because without that, I wouldn't have time to do this. And days like today, I would have been working so much yesterday, I'd probably been half asleep today, and I wouldn't be doing this. So even the loss of my job, I'm thankful for. So yeah, trust in God. Exactly. So yeah, just be thankful. Have a good day. Try to remember that, whatever happens tomorrow, whatever happened yesterday, today is just a day to relax, be thankful, say some prayers, talk to the Father, and just, have a good day. So I'm going to go ahead and call this, because I do have to go. He is the air we breathe. God bless everyone. I like that. That's a good comment. It really is. All right, guys, I really do got to go. So I just thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Have some coffee. God bless and happy Thanksgiving. And I'll see you guys next time.